This week on Leadership in Action, from the skies to the school, we follow popular superhero Announcement Girl as she raises up a new generation of comic book superstars. Announcement Girl, do you ever find it hard getting up in the morning after a night of fighting crime?
Why, yes, I do. In fact, I'm quite tired this morning. Last night was a busy night. But we have some great training things that you can do that help you stay focused, help you stay up all night. There's one coming up, actually, on May the 9th. It's called Night Watch, and it's from 7:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. at TACF. And it's going to be a night of prayer and intercession, creative arts. We find those wonderful training times.
Yeah. When we were growing up, she always used to tell me mum all the stuff I'd done wrong. I'd always get told off. Don't know what was up with her. Well, I do now. Anyway, yeah.
What would be the most bizarre situation you've ever found yourself in?
Well, there have been many bizarre situations I've been in. I mean, there's the time, when danger calls and suddenly 4 of the superheroes turn up at the same time, and sometimes we can get confused. I've knocked Superman out himself before. Things are good between us now, but that was oh, I can sense some danger. Excuse me.
Announcement Girl wouldn't let us film her actually fighting crime for legal reasons, but she was happy to speak to us about some of her experiences.
Oh yes, being a superhero takes you all over the world. I mean, last week I was in Northern Ireland at George McMurtry's church in a healing meeting, and he was telling me he's going to be here at TACF on May 16th.
Announcement Girl now teaches aspiring crime fighters her trade in the School of Marvel.
The key to being a superhero is knowing your identity. And as such, there's going to be an encounter weekend on May 30th to 31st, which will help you with that. It is for adults. There's a youth one. There's a young adult one. If you're interested in doing that, please contact Ben Kennedy, who's the junior high pastor, or Jonathan Shunker for any details.
Announcement Girl, bit of an amateur really, if you ask me. I remember at this one time, so we're fighting Dr. Evil. It was that whole incident with the super laser. Anyway, so she gets a bit thirsty halfway through the fight. I'm doing my water thing. She was meant to be doing her thing. She nips off for a Starbucks. Left me in a bit of a lurch. Had to do a bit of a timeout. It's not very professional, is it?
He said what? No, that's not true. I never did that.
Back at the school, we join the class for some practical training.
Yes, and lean into the punch. Lean in. Oh, good job. And like this. Up further. Aim. Yes, good job, good job, good job. Yes.
How long have you been fighting crime?
Well, it started when I was very young. I remember the school bully. I remember the first day I got up to, understood what they were up to. They never bullied in that school again, I can tell you.
She always used to get cats out of trees, and I never knew how, but she always managed to do it. And yeah, I've never had no superpowers, me. No, never.
We are now going to move into the slow motion fighting every superhero's secret weapon. And remember, as you go in, to lean into the punch. Really just go in, let that slow motion...
It's been 6 years since Announcement Girl started teaching at the school, and she has seen many graduates go on to be local celebrities. However, she still feels that her work there is not yet done.
Well, obviously crime fighting's my passion, but it's 9 to 4. It pays the bills, doesn't it?